An honest, candid, and revealing look into the private life of one of the world's most successful and controversial celebrities, Michael Jackson. The revelations were explosive. The ratings were enormous. But Michael has claimed that what TV journalist Martin Bashir presented was a twisted and edited construction of scandal and innuendo, not a true representation of the interviews that actually took place. In the next 2 hours, we're going to give you an opportunity unprecedented in the history of television. We're going to show you footage that was never intended to be broadcast.
Tonight, the private video from Michael's own cameras that shot the Michael Jackson interview, the footage you were never meant to see.
As much as I do not speak about my family, I will. Right now.
For the first time, Michael's ex-wife speaks out in public.
My kids don't call me Mom because I don't want them to.
You'll find out what really happened during the astonishing incidents with his children in Germany.
And I've seen people that flip their kids up in the air and do somersaults and catch them.
To be honest with you, I think wait another 4 or 5 years, the kids will come in front of the camera and they will defend their daddy.
You'll hear about Michael's childhood.
One of the things I can see this man tried to do, he tried to pin something on me where I was real brutal.
You'll find out how Michael really feels about his father.
He doesn't know this, but I walk in the room and his presence would be there and I would faint.
You'll hear about Michael's surgery that the other special didn't mention.
The whole top of his head caught fire right in front of my eyes.
You'll hear the truth behind Michael's children and their disguises.
Michael's very proud of his children. I'm the one who's terrified.
You'll go behind the rumors of the Neverland Ranch.
Never do. I would split my wrist if I were hurt.
And find out how those rumors have driven a family from their home.
Gavin called me. He was crying on the phone. He went in gas station. The kid in gas station, they start kidding. Oh, you are the kid doing this with Michael. You slept with Michael. They ruined this kid's life.
You'll hear from the people closest to Michael.
I've heard someone say on the television that no one should be allowed behind those gates at Neverland, especially the children. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Plus, a surprise revelation from the man behind the Michael Jackson interviews.
There'll be a lot of controversy about this.
This is tabloid stuff.
Well,
you're beyond this.
I know.
You're a respected journalist.
All tonight on the Michael Jackson interview, the footage you were never meant to see. Hosted by Maury Povich.
With Mr. Bashir's full knowledge, Michael had his own behind-the-scenes camera documenting the major interviews. The quality of the audio and video may be a bit raw at times, but it will enable you to see and hear the interviews as they actually happen, and will allow you, the viewing audience, to draw your own conclusions. And while Michael Jackson has provided this footage to us, he has absolutely no control over the editorial content of this program. But who is Martin Bashir? And how did he get an exclusive interview with one of the most reclusive pop stars the world has ever known? In 1995, this little-known British journalist caused an uproar when his sensational interview with Princess Diana revealed details of her extramarital affair. Since then, he has scored interviews with some of England's most notorious newsmakers, becoming somewhat of a celebrity himself.
Martin, quick word for the evening news.
His interview with Jackson was, as he put it, a request to show me the real man, but show me everything, make nothing off limits. Michael agreed, and the first interview was scheduled for the summer of 2002. In these photos of one of Bashir's interviews with Jackson, you can see the camera that captured the footage you were never meant to see. It's mounted right there on the light stand. This is the view it was capturing at the last interview. And this is the shot from the very first interview at Neverland. The man adjusting the lens.
Now this is on.
Okay. So can we have silence in the house?
Yeah.
Is Jackson's own documentary cameraman.
Well, I just wanted to clarify that it was not a secret video. Because right now they're saying that we were secretly videotaping him, but that's not the truth. Mr. Bashir saw me, hooking up the camera, and
you know, everybody saw the camera out there and we were just rolling it. We usually do documentary on every, you know, things that Mr. Jackson does.
Do you think that your success has actually made people turn against you?
The bigger the star, the bigger the target. And the more popular I became, the more rumors that were created, none of which were true. I mean, the moment I started breaking the all-time records of the biggest selling albums of all time, they called me weird overnight, strange, wacko, you know, they said I'm a girl, homosexual, he wants to buy the Elephant Man bones, he sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber. None of that stuff is true. All completely made up.
I've seen where you sleep.
All a lie.
I've seen where you sleep, and it's not a hyperbaric chamber.
I sleep in a bed. I mean, people would be so surprised how normal and simple the way I live.
Most people would have a very hard time thinking Michael Jackson's life was normal or simple. Maybe it's that ranch north of Santa Barbara, California, the 3,000 acres he calls Neverland.
Neverland is an extraordinary, a breathtaking, a stupendous, an exhilarating, an amazing place. I can't gather together words to describe Neverland. What inspired you to make a home like this?
What inspired me? It was so easy because it was me being myself, creating things that I love. And what I love, kids happen to love, or the child that lives inside the adult happens to love. You know, it is so easy because I'm just putting behind the gates everything I never got to do.